Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Florida Boy. You are watching Florida Boy EDC. Today we're going to be doing a full-on review of the Olight Perun 2 Mini. Let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with a couple things to note about the Perun 2 Mini. This is an Olight. Wham bam, there you go. And this thing runs about 65 bucks. No sale or anything. Full price, you're going to pay about $65 from Olight. And I think this is pretty worth it. Thank you to Dan for sending this in. To me, I really appreciate it. I love headlamps. I don't use them a ton, but when I do, I'm really glad that I have them, especially when I'm out working on a car or something like that. So with that being said, if you decide that you want to buy something from Olight and you would like to support the channel, I will have my discount code. Yes, you can save 10% by using FBEDC, but I will also have my link down in the description below. And if you make any purchases using my stuff, I do get a small kickback, but I literally use all of it to just buy more stuff for the channel, for more content. So yeah, just kind of, the cycle of life for YouTube. So with that being said, this light I've actually really enjoyed. It's been a ton of fun. You can see here it does come with this nice little headlamp strap. It just kind of fits in there. If you see this pocket clip, you just kind of fit the pocket clip down there in that little wedge. This guy flips over, locks in place, and then done deal. So the taking it out and putting it on, super duper easy. There's not a whole lot to it. I really like the simplicity of this because you're not always going to want to wear this as a headlamp. So the 90 degree or the angle that it has is really cool. It's really nice for just normal EDC use. And we do have magnetic charging here on the bottom. So if you have one of Olight's magnetic chargers, that is what is going to go there. You have a really big button on the top, which is super cool. And if I turn this on, you will see that we do get a battery indicator light right there. And that battery indicator light, it does cycle through a couple of different colors, just to let you know. I think what color is mine right now? Mine's orange. So orange is 60 to 10%, so it's a really wide range. But anything over 60%, that light will be green. Red will be 10 to 5%, and then it'll start flashing once you're at 5% or below. So once it starts flashing, you know this thing is dead. Like dead. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. If anybody said bless you while they're watching the video, you're a real one. So this thing is pretty cool, actually. You get 1100 watts, or 1100 lumens out of this little tiny guy, which is super cool. We'll go ahead and do the battery real quick. Here you go. It's a 16340. It's one of Olight's proprietary batteries. I'm tired of complaining about it, but yeah, it's not a bad battery. Really, the proprietary batteries is kind of like a nitpicky thing. Olight's always done it, but you know, I kind of wish they'd get away from that. But we're not gonna touch base on that too much. How does this thing feel? Well, it's actually pretty light. We'll go ahead and pull up the scale here in just a second, but just give you another look here at the headband. You do get plenty of retention straps, so you can really adjust this pretty well. You've got the rubberized grippy things. This just to help it hold on to your noggin, pretty much is all that is. The Olight stuff is relatively reflective, I think. Maybe not. I thought it was reflective. I was pretty sure it was. Maybe not. Maybe it just depends on how the light hits it. I thought it was a little reflective, but no biggie. This is a plastic strap. This is a plastic holder with a rubber strap. In case you were wondering about that, but the quality seems pretty good. I haven't had any issues with breaking, chipping, scratching, anything like that. So we'll say that the headband itself is relatively good, pretty high quality, honestly. So let's go back to the light. So if we go to turn on the light, it's kind of normal, pretty much like every other Olight. If you press and hold, you'll go into moonlight, and then you can press and hold again, and you will cycle through the brightnesses. When the light is on, if you double tap, you go to turbo, and there's your 1100 lumens. So that is basically how you use this thing. Now, it's important to know that the Perun 2 Mini, one of the main shababs with it is that it does have that red light. So when this flashlight is turned off, if you double tap, click, click, you get your red light. And then if you press and hold, you can go into like an emergency SOS, which is pretty cool. And then you can press and hold again, and then you're back to just your standard red light. So that's pretty neat. Press it again and turn it off. And then, yes, it does have a lockout mode. So if I press and hold, it'll go to moonlight, keep holding, and now you're in lockout. And you can see by pressing it, all it does is momentary on, and that's it. So that is all the use of that. Talking about let's go back to the lighting levels. This is press and hold so we can get this thing. There we go. Now we're turned on. We'll start off on moonlight. So here is your moonlight, yada, yada, yada. So your moonlight level is a 10-day runtime. Yep, that's a lot. It's only like 2 lumens, I think. Or is that that might be the red light? I think no, it is. I'm pretty sure it's moonlight is 2 lumens and it's for 10 days. Yeah. So whenever we cycle up, we go up to 15 lumens and that's for 26 hours. Then we go up to 60 lumens for 7 hours. Then we'll go into high, which is 250 lumens for about an hour and a half. Double tap will go into turbo, and that is your 1100 lumens. And you're only going to get that for about 2 minutes before it drops back down to the 250 lumens. And then you get your, hour and a half runtime-ish. So runtimes are good. For having such a small battery, being that most people are going to use... I've met some people that literally only use their flashlights on turbo. But for the majority of people, moonlight, low, and medium are going to be kind of the sweet spot. So if you're a moonlight or low person, you're going to get several days of runtime. Battery life, not an issue. If you are a turbo everything, full send all the time, you are going to be charging this thing up quite a bit. So that's good to know. So let's go ahead and we will catch a weight on this guy real quick. Let's go ahead and fill out the form and get the height, weight, first of kin, social security number, all that good stuff. All right, let's see here. And turn on. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to replace this thing soon. 1.9 ounces, so relatively light. Not a whole lot to it. And then we'll go ahead and do some size comparisons just to give you an idea of the size of this bad boy. Where is my... Oh, my God. Oh, there it is. Right in front of me. Jesus. All right. Whoop. Don't run away on me now. Not done with you yet. So we are pretty much exactly at 2.5 inches. So size is good. Not a whole lot to this little tiny guy. We'll go ahead and do some size comparisons. So here is your Lumentop LM10. We'll go ahead and get these in the middle of the frame so it's a little bit easier to see. Lumentop LM10, we'll complement this with an Olight, and we will do an Arcfeld. Get rid of the Lumentop, and we will do the Baton 3 Pro. A lot of people have that light. Next, we'll do the Lumentop Tool AA. Get a little bit smaller in the size here. Complement that. We'll do the Olight i5T. There you go. And we'll do just a couple more. So here is the Olight i3T. I think those are good size comparisons. Everybody's probably handled at least one of those in their life. And last but not least, we'll do the Rovivon. That's the A9 Pro. A little bit smaller of a light, but closer in comparison. So you can see it is closer to the size of a Rovivon, but it is a little bit more of a chunky boy. Just a little bit more of a chunky boy. Let's get this out of the way. I'll show you what I talk about. There you go. Now you can get a good idea when I say it's a chunky boy. There we go. But the size really isn't bad. Yeah. There we go. Yes, of course it will tail stand. That's a deal breaker for some people. It has to be able to tail stand. There it is. Tail standing in all its glory. Turn it on. There you go. We'll go ahead and ramp it up. Tail stand, turn it on. Turbo. It's ready to rock and roll. So now, of course, we need to go do some beam shots. So let's go ahead and go do that. All right. Let's go ahead and see what the dealio is with the Perun 2 Mini out here in the dungeon. All right, let's go ahead and shut this light off. And we'll go ahead and start this thing off on Moonlight. So here is our Moonlight, and it feels super duper weird holding a right angle flashlight up in front of me like this, but it does the job. So we're on Moonlight. We'll go ahead and go up to medium. Looks like we've got a cat right here. Let's see if we can light it up. See that cat? That's not my cat. I'm allergic to cats. And get out of here, kitty. We'll go up to high, and then we'll turbo. Oh, there we go, turbo. It's the bee's knees. All right, so let's go ahead and run against the i5T. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the Perun 2 Mini up to turbo because my i5T has a rechargeable battery in it, and it's gonna be running full blast. So there you go, i5T on the left, Perun 2 Mini on the right. There you go. There's the difference between those two. Next, we'll go ahead and run my LM10 just because it's like the staple in my carry. So here's the LM10, Perun 2 Mini, you can see cycling through brightnesses. So we'll go ahead and turn up the LM10. There you go. Pretty good difference in price between those two flashlights. So pretty cool that the Perun 2 Mini has such a bright light on it. It really isn't bad at all. All right, up next, we're gonna run Baton 3 Pro. We'll go ahead and start him off on low. There we go. And we'll start the Perun 2 Mini off on low as well. Perun 2 Mini on the right, Baton 3 Pro on the left. Ramp up to low. Medium. Or maybe that was high, sorry. Low, medium, high. And you see there's turbo on the Baton 3 Pro, and on the Perun 2 Mini, we're all the way jacked up. So let's do one more. I like to throw an arc feld out there when we're looking at Olights. So let's go ahead and turn on the arc feld. Make sure we're cycled down to low. There we go. Same thing for the Perun 2 Mini. I'm now blind. All right, Perun 2 Mini on the left, or excuse me, arc feld on the left, Perun 2 Mini on the right, low, medium, high, and we'll turbo the arc feld. Perun 2 Mini is not turboing for me, so there we go. So that is all my beam comparisons. What we'll go ahead and do real quick while we're out here is we'll go ahead and show off this red light real fast. So we're going to double click, and here is our Perun 2 Mini red light. And you can kind of see the range on that. Really not bad at all. Actually, it kind of reflects off of lighter objects really, really well. So red light on the Perun 2 Mini is actually pretty handy, not gonna lie. But that's gonna wrap up our beam shots. Let's get back to the table. All right, so I think we just about covered everything there is to cover about this little light, little powerhouse of a light. I honestly think it's really good, even at full price for 65 bucks. I think it's pretty good. And I never really realized I would like a right angle light, but I do. I enjoy it. And I really like that this is a headlamp light that will disengage from the light, from the headband, and you can use it for other things like normal EDC carry. So if you have a bag, you can toss this little guy in your pocket and put your headband, in your bag, and then if you ever need it, you have a an on-demand headlamp. So I think that's pretty cool. I really enjoy that feature. Of course, this is the OD green version, so it does come in a few different colors. I want to say that lime green and the orange only come in cool white, but this is the OD green, the blue, and the black that you can also get in neutral white. If I might have those mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that's the dealio. I think it's worth it. I think it's a good light. This is not me being an Olight fanboy at the moment. I think this is a very well-priced light, especially whenever they have discounts and they have sales and stuff going on. You can get it even cheaper. I think the value's there. I really do, and I really like the red light. I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but the red light's really nice whenever I'm just kind of traversing through the house and I don't want to wake people up and it's like the middle of the night and I'm up for literally no reason at all. So I think the red light is nice for that. I haven't had to use it like when I'm doing something, like actually doing something. I haven't had to go, I really wish I had a red light. Like I haven't, you know what I mean? I haven't had that experience yet. But as far as the light itself goes, I've used it a little bit, here and there, and carried it. And I have to say that I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I do like it. And one of the things that I wasn't so sure about is whenever you have it on this headband right here, let me get this better in frame. Whenever it's on this headband, because it is held in place by this pocket clip, and the pocket clip can rotate around. If we look right here, that pocket clip is allowed to rotate around this flashlight. So you can turn the flashlight, and the pocket clip keeps it stationary, I guess would be the word to use. But yeah, the pocket clip will keep it stationary in the same exact spot on this, the holder. And that's really, I mean, that's actually kind of cool. It took me a minute to realize that I could do this, right, Chaw? Just kind of rotate it back and forth. The only thing I will say about that I don't like about that design, and this is the same thing with like all Olight flashlights, they all kind of have this issue. With this pocket clip, whenever you rotate these back and forth like this, you are going to start scratching off the finish. It's just going to happen. So be a little bit wary about that. Like, just keep your eye on it. If you are somebody who likes to keep your lights and everything like pristine, that is going to happen if you are rotating this pocket clip back and forth like so. It's going to rub your finish off. So one thing you can do is put a little dibby dab of oil down there. Just keep it nice and lubricated so that it can move back and forth and doesn't destroy your finish. And that'll keep it protected enough. It's kind of bound to happen if you use these a ton and you're using them for heavy use, or you're constantly taking them off and on pocket clips, and you know what to expect. I don't need to go ham on this, but just give it a drippy, a little drippy drop of oil, and that'll keep it well enough protected if you're worried about the finish. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Like I said, if you want to pick one up, you are more than welcome to use my discount code and my link to support the channel, but that is entirely up to you. You do not have to, but I would greatly appreciate it. So would everybody else that kind of watches my content. So just keep that in the back of your dome. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, checking out the video. Thank you, Dan, for sending this in. I've really enjoyed it. So this content today was sponsored by Dan the man. Make sure you give him a big old thank you down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. You know what to do. I'll catch you guys on the next one.